Hey guys, Erin Postle here. How do you help your child with anxiety, low mood, depression? Here's a little simple hack that I've been using with my students lately. It works really well. And I did a short video on it, but I want to expand on that. So here's how it goes. When you're talking to your child, or if you're a counselor and you're talking to your kids, you can ask them, how have you been feeling? What's going on? Just get a sense of what they're feeling like. And you can ask them. I have two tools that I use a lot. One is a little paper plate and one is a paper cup. And I will say, tell me what's going on. Like, are you feeling really overloaded? Do you feel like, a can of pop that's just going to like overflow? Is your cup really full? And that's typically kids who feel anxious or anxiety. They typically feel like they're going to overflow with emotion, right? So for those kids with more of an anxiety type situation, I find that they say yes. I feel like my cup's overflowing. And then I'll have kids that'll say, like, are you feeling heavy, weighed down? If you feel like they're maybe struggling with depression or low mood, likely they're going to say, yeah, I feel like I have too much on my plate. And so what I do is I put their name on the plate, put their name on the cup, whichever one that they choose, and then I give them pieces of paper. I don't have the paper here that I use at my school, but I'll have pink or green. And I'll say, let's write the big things that are on your mind. And I don't like to say problems because I want to stay away from that using that language. But you can say that. What are the big things? Put them on a pink paper or a white paper. Or if you just have white paper, let's write with red pen the things that are causing you a lot of emotional struggle, and the things that are just little tiny things we'll write with a blue pen. So then I say, I'm just going to go do some work here. You write down all the things. So then the kid or your child can just take these papers and write down, and they might write down math homework, or my little sister, or making friends, or my parents getting a divorce, whatever the challenge is, and they put them in the cup or they put them on the plate. And so I just let them write. And then I'll say, okay, so let's go through your cup. Let's shake it up, or let's, rustle up all these, and let's just pick one off of here. And sometimes, guys, just the act of writing down their feeling or what the situation is, you'll see a sigh of relief. It's almost like, journaling or getting it out is almost phase one. You can stop there and say, you know what, I'm going to take this cup, I'm going to put it in a very special place. It's just for you and I only. When you're ready, we're going to pull this out and let's take some things out of your cup, or let's take some things off your plate. So and I'll say, do you want to talk about any of this stuff now? And they'll say, yeah, okay, let's pull one out. And maybe it's, my parents are getting a divorce, or I don't have any friends. All right, let's talk about that. What's the feeling? How does that make you feel? What are your thoughts about that? And I'm doing two things. Number one, I'm helping the child to feel their feelings. Maybe they're getting over a loss. Maybe they've lost a pet, they've moved. They may just be experiencing some feelings. And rather than repressing them, I want to hear about those feelings. Let's process those. Let's talk about it. And I want to validate how they're feeling. Now, sometimes I want to help them reframe. I want to help them find a better thought about what's happening. Like maybe their dog has passed. And so let's find a better feeling thought around the dog. So maybe he's, in doggy heaven over the rainbow bridge. Maybe he's, living his best life up in dog heaven. Whatever it is, you can help them reframe. If the thought is, I have no friends, let's reframe it. I have some friends. I can learn to make friends, right? I can rebuild my friendships. So I help the child reframe. And on the back of the paper, so if we have the problem here, or the concern, or the challenge, on the back, we reframe it. Put it in here, put it back in the cup. And sometimes I'll say, should we just throw this out? Are we done with it? Are we over? Yeah, throw it out, get rid of it. Sometimes the challenge is we keep, because we can't deal with them in one session or in one conversation. So they go back in. And honestly, I will have kids come to me and they'll say, hey, can I get my cup out? I want to write some things down. Absolutely. So we write them down. So I really believe this is a valuable tool. I'm teaching kids to reflect, to become self-aware, and label their feelings, their emotions, their thoughts. And that's how we grow. Being able to identify how we feel, to feel it all the way through, and then eventually reframe it if at all possible. So that's an expansion, guys. My YouTube channel is mostly about health and wellness and women in their 40s and 50s. It's not usually about mental health for kids, but I do feel that I have something to offer here, so I wanted to share it. I do believe it can be helpful for your kids, and there are a lot of people and a lot of kids challenged right now. You could even do this with your partner. You could do it with your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your teenager. You can do it with yourself too. So take care, everybody. If you want to learn more about me and who I am in my videos, click down below, subscribe to the channel so you can get more videos. Thanks so much. Please share this far and wide.